Morning, everybody. A little bit earlier today, but it should record and you guys can tap into this, and it's really kind of my instructions first, then you're going to do it yourself, so you don't really need to do it along with me, because you can always pause and replay whatever you need to. So we've just finished this workout. You may not like me at the end of today. Already have reports of some people knowing where their glutes and hamstrings are from yesterday. So awesome, it's working. And seriously, we just got to keep moving and we got to put in work. So let's get down to it. Again, I'll do 3 sets of 3 exercises. You can do each set 3 times through, or 2 times through, or 4 times through, depending on how you feel at the end of it and how hard you make it. For example, we did the first round of 3 and said, nah, the first round was a warm-up, so we did 4 because we wanted to like really dig into that 3rd round. So I suggest, again, I'm guesstimating, you know, I tell people ballpark 10 of each. But if you're doing 10 and it's not hard enough, go to 15. If you need to rack out to 20, go ahead, and then maybe address how close your feet are and make it a little bit harder for the next time. It's so hard. I'm used to working with weights. I'm sure you guys are too. So I can't tell you what I'm expecting. A, because you're not here, and B, because we're having to kind of make this up as we go along and use our body weight in ways that we're not used to doing an exercise. So it's kind of cool. We're finding new skill sets. And you always have your body weight with you, so we can always make a workout. So this is great for in the future, even when we're back in the gym for traveling. So I will now shut up and start getting to work. Repping the AMP brand today. Okay, today, yesterday we dug into the posterior chain. So today I'm focused on the anterior chain of the body. Okay, I like to work things that open up the body, because the anterior portion of the body tends to get close and locked down. That's why we did a lot of that posterior work to straighten everything up. So we are going to do exercises for the anterior of the body that still open it up. So the first one we're going to do is for our quads, for our legs. I want you to find a low couch, a low step. Make sure it's padded because your knees are going to hit. Start with the feet wide. And what I want you to do is come up onto your toes. I want you to drop your knees down and push up. Get used to the feel of where the step is. And as you get into this and the quads get warmed up and stretched out, everybody, I want you to warm up before you start working out with me. Go out, run on the spot, jump around, do some rotational walks and things. I'll post a video on that if people need ideas. But don't go into this cold, valid point. Okay, so feet are wide to start with. I'm coming up onto my toes, dropping down, leaning back. And the more warmed up I get, the more I'm gonna lean back into it. One day I'll be able to do this without a box. I'll be able to go all the way down to the floor. I'm not arching my back in. I'm tucking the pelvis under, keeping the core tight. I hold my hands up because it helps me to not come down here and push up. That's not the object. I'm here. I'm kind of think of a limbo. Those limbo competitions that we probably got roped into some strange place. And you should feel that we're loading into the ACL. We're pushing out of it, and it's a great workout. If you have trouble and you can't find something high enough where you can push back up, then it's perfectly okay to come in, but come down real slow. Work the negatives. Step out of it if you need to. We're loading that negative going in. That's the important part of it, coming back out of the negative if you can. Second one is going to be a push-up. So, we've got, oh my God. Got to grab a mat, sorry about that. Okay, so push-ups. With a push-up, what we're gonna see is so many people having their hands on the floor and their elbows cranked out. You're gonna put a lot of stress on your AC joint. I want you to be putting your elbows back, squeezing through your shoulder blades, and holding kind of a 45-degree shoulder angle. So it's going to be here as you go down and push up. My core is tight and engaged. I'm not letting my back sag. We don't want to be here struggling to get back up. I would much rather see you on your knees, lift your feet, hold that tight plank position, and take it out. What I'll do is I'll max out as many as I can here, and I'm struggling, I'll drop to my knees and keep repping them out. If this is hard, stay right here. If this is hard, what I want you to do is come down as slowly as you can. Get yourself up. Work the negative. If you can do a negative, the body hates to lengthen the muscles in the body hate to lengthen under load. If you can work a negative and come out and keep doing the negative, all of a sudden you'll be able to do a positive. You'll be able to do that push-up. It's a technique we use a lot for pull-ups. You can't do a pull-up, but you can have assisted pull-up and lengthen under load coming down. All of a sudden you'll be able to do that mechanic. It's a safe way to teach a mechanic. So going from the knee drops to push-ups. Another trick or tip is if they're too hard, if you elevate the body onto a chair or a kitchen counter, you can come down here, and that, if it was even higher, it'll be even easier. So you can adjust your body by coming up higher. The higher it is, the easier it's going to be. Third exercise in this group is going to be a dip. You're going to find yourself a countertop, come down low onto a chair, wherever you need to be. I don't want you to come all the way off. I want you to barely, hands are close to your butt, scoot your weight forward till literally they're right up. Legs are out. The straighter your legs are, the harder it's going to be. Here, I can self-assist. I can use my legs. Out here, I can't. But I don't want to be out here, again, restraining the shoulders, and I want to take it straight down, load those triceps, and push up. I'm trying to get a good stretch through the front. If it's comfortable, work your way into it as you warm up, taking my butt down to the floor. If you want to make it even harder, find yourself another chair, a stool, or something, and you take your feet and elevate your feet. Now that's shifting more weight onto your triceps, and it's going to increase the work. And I love these because I get a stretch and a workout at the same time. So we've got the knee drops, we've got the push-ups, and we've got the dips. And pause it here if you want to, go through that round of 3. I'm going to keep going. And the next one is going to be find, again, I know we're all struggling to find tips, tools and things that we can use. Do you have a step somewhere in your house? Do you need to go out into your yard and find a low wall? What do you need to do? Because I want you to stand up on it. If you have a Reebok step or some kind of workout step, yay you, congratulations. Because now what we're going to do is a very similar move to the knee drop. So we're going to do it single leg off of a step. So we're going to come out like we're going to step off. My back heel is going to come up, and I'm going to drop down onto that front foot, and I'm going to push back up. And I'm going to drop down. Note the angle of the body. I'm not folding into it here. I can to start with, but as I get better at this, the objective is to load the quad more, lean back in, so straight line from the knee to the top of the head, come down. When I'm on my toe and I can do that and I'm comfortable, I'm going to flex my foot, so now I can't push off that bottom leg. Now it's all this top leg, through the knee, through the ACL. This is one of my favorites for athletes, strengthening the ACL. And again, it's that decel. It's coming down and re-engaging. So you're going to do maybe only 6 to 8 on these on each leg. That's number 2. We're then going to go, we've warmed up with the push-up, so we're going to go into a plyo push-up. I'm not to the point yet where I can do these off the floor, so I'm going to do these off of a box, off of my bed, off of my couch, or whatever it is. Again, kitchen counter if you need to come up higher. We can come up higher onto a kitchen counter. You're going to come down and you're going to push up. The lower you get to the ground, your body weight is going to add more weight, and it's going to get harder. Push, push. Core must stay tight. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, I come up. Go from there. And then what we're going to do is a countertop. Again, we hit the tricep. We're going to do a countertop skull crusher. So we're going to come up onto the counter. We're going to put our hands on, elbows, rotate in close, just like they do on the seated dips. We're going to rotate the shoulders in, the back and the elbows in. So we are here. We're going to drop down under the counter and push back up. Again, I'm working the negative, powering up. I love these because now, if it is too hard, moving the feet back makes it harder. I'm pushing my body weight forward. I can always scooch in a little bit. If your countertop is too hard to do, bring your feet in and then leave your butt up. Now, again, you can calibrate how hard you make it. So make it challenging for yourself. So moving the body, just like with the charts, moving the body in and out can change your body weight and therefore change how hard the exercise is. So recap on the second round of 3, we're going to do the step downs off of the step, off of the curb, off of the driveway wall, toolbox. We are then going to go into a plyo push-up, pushing off, catching yourself on the way down, and the third one is going to be those skull crushers, dropping the elbows down underneath. If you follow me over here, another way to do that is on a wall or a door jamb. Because again, we can be here. We can still do an effective job, and I can move my hands down and make it harder, or I can come up and make it easier. So lots of options. Hopefully you guys will find something that works.